Welcome in, Collective, to another reading. Thank you all so much for all the support on all the channels that I have. The likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate them all. I'm doing this reading a little bit differently. I have my earbuds in. Normally, I don't do that. I like to keep clear ears. My guides told me to keep them in this time. Don't know why. So we are. I'm just listening to the music that I would normally listen to. We're gonna figure out what's going on in y'all's energy. Damn. Damn. So the way this came out, someone finally gets it. I don't know what's been going on. Y'all, I swear to God, this 6-6 portal is doing you all miracles. Because when I say that everyone involved is getting they bitch ass outed, and I'm looking, look, there is a Santa Claus. I don't know if I can touch it. So I'm going to touch it. I'm going to touch it. I'm sorry if I'm not allowed to. There's a Santa Claus hat here, right? I'm staring at it, and it's sitting on top of like a Buddha head, and I feel bad for taking it off because I really don't know if I was allowed to do that or not. But something told me to. There's presents going out. Like I said in that one reading, it's like Oprah Winfrey, but she's taking shit away. Someone is not embarrassed. Someone is not confused. Someone does not have egg on their face to why they were stopped. This particular person, I'm gonna keep it real with you all. This is very specific. This is not for everyone. The way this is coming through, my ring finger is like being stabbed right now. This is super specific. There was someone, maybe they could be either part of your tribe, whether they are on your tribe on the darker aspect or the lighter aspect, it does not matter. They were on your tribe, and they understand why they're being stopped or why their path is being so hectic. This person hid the fact that they did like you. And I'm going to say this. If you are a woman, right? It was either a man or a woman. It was a man and a woman that you were friends with. And those two people, in your mind, you might have thought that it was to bring those two people together due to your lack of interest in one or the other person that was supposed to be for you, right? That person ended up playing in your face, but lightly. They actually do enjoy you. They enjoy your company. But this person in particular did something that they were not supposed to do. And that was play the game of being spiritually aware and dragging it down to the physical. And a dangerous game to play. You keep the spiritual with the spiritual and the physical on the physical. That is the Children of the Night's rules. Unfortunately for this person, they broke their own rule. For us, divine beings, we don't have that rule. We understand the importance of that separation, but we do not need a rule or a boundary set in place to hold us back from expressing. We are free to do that. This person may have played in your face, whether this is a same sex or opposite sex relationship. They played in your face with someone to make you jealous, and they realized at the very moment they tried to do that that you weren't going to be jealous. So they changed their mind. They immediately stopped going after you, right? Unfortunately, that was not forgotten. And you, as the being that you are, as evolved that you are becoming, as true to yourself as you are finally grounding into, you've made someone realize why they are being stopped, and you're showing a tribe member the toxicity of themselves from a distance. This person is very thankful, but they are also very scared at this time. This is not someone that was out to get you or out to purposely harm you. This was someone that had a choice to make. And I need you to pay attention to that light flicker, because I know a lot of y'all love to say no, no, no. You don't know what I'm being channeled for. And if it's not your message, you can leave, because I don't need people saying no for the messages that it's for. It causes confusion, it causes doubt. And though it clarifies your story, it's not your story to correct. Okay, this is how God is wanting me to tell you all. So you can't say I'm incorrect in the words that are being disposed to me when I'm seeing it solely from that heart space. That's a human error that you decide to embody on because your ego is not being satisfied, or your story is not being told because of a lack of patience on your end. Please understand that. There's no need to say that a channeling is wrong. If it's not for you, it is simply not for you. To spread that inconsistency of saying a messenger is wrong only puts you in harm's way, because that does harm to the messenger. Do you get that? So please stop doing that and under all readings, because it only puts you in detriment. It really does go back to you, because it prevents your message from ever being heard, because you would rather say it yourself, which gives you the opportunity to step on a platform and say it. But if you're reluctant to do that, what good does your argument against do? You see what I mean? So as a collective, we need to grow. We need to see that, and we need to move forward in a beneficial way rather than a neglectful way in that sense. I get that some people will not get that, but as someone that literally sees it happen, and I know from, I might be 26 years old. I get that you guys are older than me. But I'm telling you now, from an ancient standpoint, when one intervenes in that sense, it does nothing but harm. So please, as a benefit to God, refuse that demon inside of you to be so focused on it being your story, because no one is your messenger. We are simply a messenger that you come across. So do not say that we are wrong or that information is wrong, because it just means it's not yours. We only get bits and pieces of everyone's. And unfortunately, this channel does not have one subscriber. We have 27,000. So pick a seat. Okay? I have to make that known, because when moving forward in this energy, that will only cause you issues. And I'm giving you that warning now. And you can refuse to listen to me. You will just suffer the consequence later. Simple as simple will. Okay? I'm doing my part of trying to inform. Simple as. No one else will do it because they don't care to. I'm the one that cares enough to. Anyway, back to this reading. This individual of this soul tribe is being stopped in their life to repeat a pattern. Maybe they were coming to you for help on a specific plane, whether that be materialistic, spiritual, mental, emotional, however, but they have exhausted you of that plane. Someone is also moving without God's wisdom in this time. Skills and talent inverted. They don't know how to move forward. Someone doesn't know how to talk to God, how to talk to their ancestors properly, which is why they keep trying to attach themselves to you in some form of way on the physical. Not to put you in debt, but to learn vicariously through you. I think that's the word, right? Vicariously, right, through you. That doesn't exactly work. This is someone who, they might have thought you were new on your spiritual journey as well due to the tribe connection. I'm picking up on the elders of a tribe. I'm not just picking up on someone that has just started their journey or is too. I'm talking to the elders. Okay, this is an adult conversation. One of your tribe members came to you, and the reason they keep trying to barter with you or trade with you or make an exchange is because they are trying to heal themselves through your actions. And you need to be the responsible tribe leader by declining that. And not in a way that is mean, but in a way that allows you to move forward in leadership. Leadership requires a lot of surrenderance, and it takes a surrenderance not to one person, but to the whole. And I feel like that's something that you're learning at this time. And if you're not learning, you're building stronger boundaries on top of. Okay? And again, this is for those elders because there is something very strong with your position. And if you are curious, how do I know if I'm an elder? You will simply know. Your isolation is not the same. Your isolation, it does not start off by an external event. Your isolation is chose consciously. My isolation began when I was 11 years old going through depression. Well, from I think 10 or 11 all the way up to 22. I was in a depressive state and I refused to go out. The furthest that I went out to was DJing the bar scene. And I dipped the fuck out the bar scene after being in it for a week. I was like, y'all are fucking gross. I can't be here. So I went to DJing. That lasted like a year because it was more of a battle between me healing or me sticking in an environment. And once I found out that the leader or the one that started the DJ thing was a rapist, I got the fuck out because I'm not going to let you use my energy to make you look a good person. You're crazy and weird. And why did we have all of our shows on the full moon? And why were we right next to a portal and play at a place called the Lantern? Not going to say the color of it, but the Green Lantern will say it. So everything just kind of added up together. Y'all are crazy for real. I love you all though. Maybe we should not ever hook up again, but if I ever DJ, you guys can probably come. I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. Let's be professional about this. With the egg on their face, though, someone is learning their lesson. They're in a halting right now where they're learning their lesson. And why did my ancestors just start laughing? Why do you think that's funny? Y'all need to quit. Okay, y'all need to quit. There is no emotional pain though, and this is a healing moment. So this tribe member may be coming to you in a sense of, oh my god. All the cards dropping. Pathway and Ice King. Ice King inverted, but Pathway. So this person's not in emotional pain, but they don't know where they stand. The Ice King, in my grand opinion, and from my tarot studies, being the King of Swords, this is the detached archetype of the leadership of leadership, where one has to learn to not be separate from the group, but remember that they are still part of said group. Just to make it easy, in history class, we learned that George Washington stayed with his troops over the winter in the tents, even though he could have had like a whole cabin, right? It's that detachment right there that detaches you from the labeling. And that's something someone has to do. They might have been living through, oh, I'm friends with an earth angel, so that means God has me. God is humbling this individual by showing them, though you have my child owes you none. Which is why they've been stopped. They realize that they need you not as a source of projection and or reflection, but as a source of mentorship. So this is something that someone's coming to terms with now. You may have warned, this might have been your student at one point even, and in a spiritual sense. You might have talked about it, but you felt like as if they were learning from you. They now see and have learned their lessons of this path, and they wish to come to you in a more whole vibration, but they're being stopped. There's something on the physical that they have to go through, and this is more of their phoenixing moment than a dark night of the soul. They have to relight or even reimburse, I heard. So they were expecting to be stopped, which is why there's no emotional pain. They had a feeling that they weren't going to be able to move forward with this. They had a feeling that this plan was not going to work. I don't want to say plan because plan puts the appearance of something being plotted. The plan is innocent. This was something that someone was doing in a actual time of need that you actually do have to deny. You might not have come across this point yet, this might not have happened yet, but you might be picking up on it. But you have to deny a resource due to the fact that you actually do need it more. And someone gets that. It's not going to be a hurtful experience. It's in fact going to let both of you grow, but both of you need to have the skill to hold that boundary. Now, a lot of you will already have that, and again, this is just a reinforcement. I want to hone in on the ones that have not done this before, because this is going to show if you are ready for that new cycle or if you still need to learn. And if you still need to learn, it's okay. That is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong in learning. But I need you to know that there are easier methods. And the easiest method is knowing that someone knows. And they even know that they won't be stuck for long. They're expecting you to be free. They're expecting you not to feel captivated or required to do something. And they don't want to press that on you either. This is a very innocent person. They have just made questionable, and I'm not saying wrong, because this person has not done you wrong. And again, this is why it's very specific, because it's not someone that's done you wrong. And I know a lot of y'all just love to focus on that. Not everyone's like that. Not everyone is like that. And I'm sorry that you have not met the people in life that are loving and true to you, but still make those human mistakes rather than just attacking you. I am sorry on your behalf, and I apologize deeply. You have not met those people yet. But this is not for you. This is for those that have met these people or have met this person and are wondering what's going on with them. So please, do not interject your negativity of siphoning the positive or siphoning what I'm putting into this just because your message is not being told. This is for those that need it. And if you don't need it, you can leave. I just need to reiterate that again, because I cannot stand, because I noticed it too. In the videos where no one does that, it's out there. But for the videos that people do it on, they get shadow banned. They start getting decreased. So you all are the problem in that. Please stop. I just need you to be aware of that, because I've seen it. But anyway, when it comes down to this soul family event, they know that you're not trapped by this family. You're not bound to doing their bidding. So they're not upset with you for choosing this direction. This is, again, one of those positions where you all split in and split out. You guys are on the outskirts right now. This is where you guys are. You all are about to have the incline of coming back in and reconnecting and seeing where that does, seeing if that is an availability for you all. But right now, you and this tribe member are separated. We do have voodoo out and death magic inverted. So with this in mind, this energy does not feel as if someone is actually doing voodoo on you, but this is someone that is having voodoo done on them. And they don't have the skills or talents to remove the voodoo itself, but the death magic is being sent back. Someone's first, middle, last initial could be Fletcher, or the fletching bird is significant for this individual. However, they are under attack at this time, and they do not have the skills or talents. You can do with that information what you will. You can protect them. You can let them try to learn themselves. However you deem this to be is up to you. This is just something that you have to embark on. This is something that you have to grow with. Is it worth your time, or is it something that this person needs to learn? Have you already taught this person something to help them with, or do they need that extra training? So this attack is not towards you, but you may be witnessing someone around you go through this attack, and this is about them. This is something you need to be aware of, collective, because this is a tribe member. Then the only reason why they're attacking this individual is because they're jealous that they're close to you and you're not close to them anymore. Now, this could have been a situation where you were friends with someone or were friends with the group, and then you and someone else became closer friends than the group leader, and y'all went on your own way. Someone is just upset that you aren't composing to their will. And I'm going to repeat that. You are not composing to their will. So they are attacking this tribe member in order to get to your heart. Obviously, you can protect yourself, but your heart lays on those who are innocent. And this is what someone knows based off of their time with you on the physical. So they're hoping that attacking this tribe member will cause you to retaliate or to step in energetically to allow your energy to be messed with this voodoo. Okay? But this physical contract, the veil has been revealed. This is what's going on with this individual. And if you are this individual under this attack, this is what's going on. Someone is really doing voodoo on you. And I apologize for you being under that voodoo attack. Please just pray. Talk to God. Take you some cleansing showers. Get you some Florida water or some rattlesnake soap or some black African soap and have a goddamn field day. But do not worry about a downfall. The veil has been lifted. God knows. We know. It is a combination effort at this time. How do you, as the individual being under attack, wish to move forward? This is a very different reading that I've done, and it is very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I see why I needed my ears plugged for this. Because this person is not a Jezebel, someone has not lied. So again, like someone knows. And it's again, there is a lack of obsession. There's a lack of needing someone in your life with this tribe member. They know this, which is why like this is sort of happening, is to show them the bridge. If they want to connect with you fully, they'll have to cross that bridge. They'll have to up a game of themselves because that's the frequency that you're at. This person could also be having someone doing voodoo on them to keep them held back and to have them have some form of jealousy towards you, towards how you've been moving on the physical or towards what you're receiving on the physical. But this person knows that you truly do deserve it. So this tribe member could be under a lot of attacks, and I heard the word surveillance. So be very aware. This could be someone of your tribe that took a love offer and then began losing money because they got together with a succubus or an incubus. That's again their lesson to learn in this life. Allow them to see that. But this person really does admire that you are ascending even without your soulmate. Even if your soulmate is I just heard a psychopath or a serial killer or an assassin or just, oh man, what the? Even without your soulmate, you're still ascending in this way. So you're showing this tribe member that you can move by yourself. And they are very, very ambitious about that. That excites them. It allows them to know that they aren't as left out as they are. But this tribe member does need your help, or at least your acknowledgement at this time that they are under attack. Do what you will. Obviously, prayers are not going to get you energetically entangled, but beware of how you interact with them. Beware of what you do for them in this time, because that can get you entangled. But we're going to get these cards and we're going to see what's going out. This is a real God moment. This is what God needs someone to know. Are you going to move forward? We have J. So J and an Aries are involved in this. First, middle, last initial, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Someone's stellar gateway chakra is shut off, so they don't have any connection with the divine. Someone who's not bald, they could have dreads. D, R, H, and L. This person could be down low. Someone could be a DJ. Someone's name could be RD or a DJ or JD or RJ. But something's on hold as well with this person. RJ is significant heavily. Someone's a Mason. So, what? For some of you, this person has 2 significant tattoos. On their right ankle, they have R, but on their left ankle, they have J. I almost lost my breath saying that. So that's significant for someone. So someone part of the Boosters Club has lost access to their sacral chakra because of what they've been doing to your soul chakra. Someone thought it would be a go to get you swapped out of the ego. Someone in the Elks, a Black Mason, or a Shiner, or a Knights of Columbus is an Enlil seed, or they are domination based. He doesn't have an ex, and she doesn't want to come back. So the person doing the work is not this person's ex, and she doesn't want to come back. So, again, if this is a male-female thing, those 2 people never broke up or they are never dating. But she doesn't want to come back to you due to your energy because they took the low road when it came to their heart chakra. So someone could be a Kurian reptilian from Kur or the Draconia system, or someone could be a Tellurian from Tilar or the Sirius star system. Someone who's Christian or believes within that Christian faith, return to sender to them. Let Jesus handle you. Because you're not a jellyback collective. And I feel like ending it there. That's what Spirit said. Yeah, we'll get these. And we'll see what's in here. But that's all we need from there is what I got. But I hope you all enjoyed this little message. I really don't know why all this has to come out, but there's a lot of like side things going on right now where you have evolved too much. UJ is significant too. Someone's initials could be U and J, or JU. Someone could be a Jew or from Jewish descent. I'm gonna take the split for that. But welcome in angels. We have don't hate, meditate. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation. Manifesting miracles, Archangel Orion. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. Count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. Balance. Thank you, angels, for bringing balance into my life. Spiritual support. Thank you. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. And last but not least, the miracle of forgiveness, Archangel Jeremiel. Thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. So this could be someone that's asking you for forgiveness. Even though they didn't really hurt you, there is still a divine punishment happening. I don't feel any resentment towards this person. And I really just see you seeing this person as someone who is growing, healing, and learning on their own. This might not be someone that you will be in contact with for a while. This might be someone that you already have been in contact with and your time is kind of over with them. Just allow them to grow, send them love, send them healing. Do what you desire to do. If you do wish to talk with this person, I don't see any sort of negativity coming from it. I would just be very wary of your energy because the people that this individual is attached to are very shady and they have different motives than what you would really stand for. So I would watch out for that above all. Regardless, though, thank you all so much again for all the support on both the channels, on this channel and on your guardian angel. I love you all so much. Tenfold and forever. Thank you all for everything. Likes, comments, shares, subscribe, donations, whether they are energetic, or financial. I truly Appreciate them all. Everything you would need is in the description, from my email to the second channel to the donation links. But I love you all so much, truly and forever. And I will see you all later.